We got Coda here, a Best Picture winner, Best Actor, Supporting Actor. Hey, it's the Tabs and Tash Podcast. No, we're a YouTube channel now. Okay, let me try again. The Tabs and Tash YouTube channel, not the podcast. We're both here. We're both live.
Yep. Live in person.
In person.
Touch you.
There's no barrier. And we're here to do just a movie review on a movie we both recently watched. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people are probably recently watching right now.
Yeah.
It's Coda, the Best Picture Oscar winner.
Yep.
Best Actor in a Supporting Role. It's the Big Apple Plus movie. For those that don't know what the movie is about, it's mainly about a girl that is a child of disabled adults. I think that's Coda. And she has a dream of becoming a singer, which is quite tough for someone that's a child of deaf parents and a deaf sibling. So there's already that kind of rift. And it shows the responsibilities of those kinds of kids, that they are so important to help out their parents. So it's all about, wanting to stay faithful and helpful to the parents, but also wanting to chase your own dreams.
Yeah. It's pretty complex when you break it down to that level, because on surface level, you're just watching families going through some tribulations, trying to figure out things. But when you break it down to a level that there's actually a disability in there, and the whole little conflict between her and her brother, because he's the elder brother, right? Trying to figure like, I can be responsible, but like he definitely has a disability, which is being deaf. But they have this fishing
business
they have. But obviously, I think they also get lowballed a little bit because they're like the deaf people, but eventually they rise above it, right?
Yeah.
And decide to kind of have their own business, and that works out. So in that context, it's pretty heartwarming because they need her to be with them.
As a translator.
Because I remember there was a scene where they had, I don't know if she was a private investigator or something. The lady who was on the boat with them.
Yes, they had an observer. And
which is weird that she didn't know that they were deaf, per se.
Yeah, before they went on there.
Then they get these Coastal Guards people to come, and obviously they can't hear, and the girl wasn't there with them.
Yeah.
And that causes a huge rough problem for him, because the parents have to pay, and he almost has to sell the boat.
Yeah.
But that's almost like a side story to the whole movie. The main premise is that it's a girl who has an amazing voice, and she has to decide whether to further her own career or stay home and help the family. And to be honest, in the real world, in reality, most times you take the latter where you actually have to stay home, because especially in that situation, you do have to stay home, and it's not always the fairy tale where, I get to go do what I want to do and then leave my parents at home. But it was heartwarming. Once I started watching it, I told you earlier, it felt like a Disney movie to me. Where, it's all family-like, but obviously there was some explicit little scenes, and
they make they do humor extremely well with disability, which is a great way to tackle those kinds of themes.
Remember the hairpiece scene? Her friend comes in, she's like, I don't even know. It's like, I was like, wait, so that means I have hairpiece? Such a funny thing. And I learned a lot about this movie, especially I was talking to you too about the whole vocal thing with the little dog, medium dog, and high dog. And I actually did try that, and it worked. Right. So there's something educational about that movie, and maybe it's easy for us because we watch a lot of anime, right? So reading subtitles most of the time is fine. Because I remember when Parasite came out, that was one of the backlash you had. Why should we read subtitles?
Yeah.
But I think this movie puts you in that context where you kind of have to read the subtitles. Otherwise, unless you know sign language
ASL or something, it's just a really great movie to watch about family and like a perspective into like that kind of world where a lot of people...
True.
It's pretty crazy. Some people go a long time without meeting those kinds of deaf people, and they're just normal people. They're all trying to do their own thing. But there's amazing scenes in this film that include music and touching moments between family.
Yeah. You can mention that scene, the one.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, one of my favorite scenes. The one that tears me up is when the daughter sings to her father, who's deaf, of course, because the father really wants to know that kind of why she's so passionate about this.
Yeah.
And only in that like one-on-one, and he kind of holds her throat to feel the voice coming through.
See the emotions on both of their faces.
And it's like it's a beautiful scene where like the daughter in that moment, I find she kind of sings those lyrics and she's like, yeah, I'll sacrifice everything just to be.
And what song was it again?
You're all I need to get by. And the great way they do it in the film is they use it as a precursor, as just like the song for her and the guy, as like kind of like a love story kind of love song. But to use it in the context of the lyrics with the father and about sacrifice and about just loving someone. Damn, yo.
He's already going to.
But like, and then the father at that point realizes like he can't like
stop his daughter.
keep the daughter, or it'd be like a terrible loss,
I think that's when he has the discussion with the mom that like she's no longer a baby girl, like she's all grown.
Yeah.
And I like the mom. Shout out to the mom and shout out to the music teacher, Mr.
Oh
V.
yeah, Mr. V.
Right from the get go, like he's really like his role is well written, and I did enjoy his performance in it.
Yeah,
some guys like, it's my birthday last week. You guys should sing
happy birthday. And he does.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a great character. Just show how important teachers are in like the school environment, right? Because he kind of like helps her get involved in the choir, or else she could have just like quit the choir and like never, she'd be on a fishing boat still.
There was a scene where she comes back from working with her parents and someone said, I smell fish. And he was like showing like the mean girls in high school.
Yeah.
Normally I think in Disney movies, they tend to like explore that side a bit more, even though they're saying all those other stories, they try to show the tribulations to go with those bullies or people trying to be mean. But in this movie, they definitely didn't do it. I think it would have helped a bit more to show the struggle, because again, she's from a family where they're all disabled, so people probably make fun of her more than you would realize. And also the tribulations the brother goes through, right?
Oh yeah, the brother's an amazing
the frustration he has to go through. Like, that's what I said. I thought he would be the supporting role. He would have won that, because I thought he did better. But they're saying since that like Troy Kotso, he did really well in too.
Yeah.
But what did you think about the brother and the whole bullying thing?
I love the brother's side plot, because it's just like they introduce him as kind of like the brother that's kind of just like, he's like hanging back and everything.
Yeah.
And they show like the building frustrations, like the part where he's trying to like negotiate with somebody, and the daughter comes in and kind of like takes over and
undermines him or something.
Yeah, a little bit. And then he finds like he's the older brother. There's lots of pride involved in that. And one of the big things, like when he mentions, is like, before you were born, we were still fine.
Yeah,
like, you don't have to.
That hit. That was the one that hit me more. And when he said "go," and I'm not trying to bash the movie, but the way they downplayed that a little bit, because next scene, like he's already in the concert thing with her, and I'm like, that's not something siblings take easily. When your elder brother tells you should leave before you were here, but they kind of downplay, I guess, just to end the movie quickly. That scene. Kind of, I felt bad for her. I was like, man, especially after talking to your mom too, saying we didn't really want you, kind of thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of in the end, it's a family movie. And there's like all these different kinds of things that you can relate to,
for sure.
Even if you're not deaf or anything like that. It's just, that's the kind of the beauty of this movie. But yeah, it's a very just like nice movie overall. But like, congrats for the best picture. It's super awesome to have something that you can kind of like cheer for.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to what next they do, because I'm sure the director will work more. I can't remember his name. I saw it at the end of the movie, but I can't remember right off my head. But I'm looking forward to what next it does, and that's pretty much it. So I definitely recommend to go watch it.
Yeah,
funny story, just short story. I was gonna watch it, but I don't like him so much. But Piers Morgan, he tweeted, it's like, Coda, amazing movie, and I was like, you know what? Let me just give this a try.
Oh my
so it does work. Influencers kind of work. So I did decide to watch it, and it was good. So I would definitely recommend it out there. Maybe I'm an influencer now.
Wow.
Go watch the movie. Even for anything, it's a family. I won't say family because there's some sketchy scenes in there, but yeah, it's definitely heartfelt felt movie.
Yeah.
So go watch it, and that's about it, I guess, right?
Yeah. Any kind of movie that helps broaden, representation and integrating people together.
Yeah.
I think it's always a plus to watch, just for that.
For sure. All right. So you already know the drill by now. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. Tell us if you've watched the movie, if you haven't watched it. And if you've watched it, just tell us what you liked about the movie. If you felt some of the scenes that were good or bad, let us know in the comments down below. And have a beautiful day. Peace.
Thanks, guys.
That's it for another episode of the Tabs and Tash Podcast. Whoa.
go.